What's going on, young blood? I see you looking at that mountain over there. And I really hope you ain't about to do what I think you're about to do. Cause you see, a lot of people done tried before you. And a lot of people gonna try after you. But I've only really seen a couple of people actually make it to that top over that mountain, you see? Now, I believe in you, but I just really need to know what make you think that you're gonna make it to the top of that mountain.
Listen, had a lot of lonely nights. I came out the jungle, man, I had to hustle. I don't even walk by sight. I follow Jehovah, not worshiping idols. Devil better take a hike. I'm built for the tussle, yeah, I got the muscle. He can never dim my light. I'm shining like Sonic, but I got some knuckles. Bringing the furious, about to be fatal. Play with my God, man, I'm flipping some tables. They gon' remember today as the day that they lost to the Savior, like Tony to Thanos. Snapping my fingers, I turn into Play-Doh. Still drinking milk, I'm eating potatoes. I'ma keep climbing this mountain, don't play with my family, or I might just do you like Kratos. You can get the mass appeal, and you can keep the record deals. My father done changed my life, now I'm big dog stepping cause the Savior's real. No Grammys, no big deal. I'm feeling like Cole from the Ville. As long as I'm doing his will, man, I'm lapping these brothers like track and field. Now I'm about to turn up a gear. Yeah, I'm on another high that you can fit in a pill. Got the haters going crazy like Corella DeVille. Man, I'm fresher than the Prince, man, I'm coming for real. Got a soul brand new, I ain't breaking the seal. I just wanna make some music everybody can feel. Yeah, I know I got the skill, but he's steering the wheel. He will always get the glory, he the king of the hill. Come on.
That wasn't half bad, little homie.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? What's going
on?
on? It's your boy, WesTheTech.
I like your spirit.
On live, you already know what time it is. I'm here to answer any music industry tip questions that you guys may have. Any questions or concerns, you know what time it is. All right. So I ain't gonna lie to you guys. I had a rough morning. There was a lot that was going on. All right. Holiday season, as you guys know. Just so many moving pieces, so many things that's been happening recently, you know, with family, things like that. So it's been a little hectic, but I'm just thankful that I was still able to hop on this live here and just hang out with you guys for this next hour. All right. I'll wait a little bit here as people, you know, join in and hop on the live stream here. As you guys are jumping in, you know, just jump in and say hey, say what's up. You know, let me know that you're here. Let me know that you're present. All right. I see you and done. Thank you for joining in. If you guys have any music industry tip questions, you guys already know that now is the time to take advantage of the opportunity here. All right. So long story short, you know, as you guys know, my name is WesTheTech, and I'm just here to help you guys figure out the music industry, figure out the music game, and really just understand how to make all of this stuff work. Okay. Now, as of course we get closer to the holidays and stuff like that, I'm really considering, you know, just maybe taking the next week or so off, you know, because there's just been a lot going on, but I still want to be here for you guys. And I know you guys, you know, are in your holiday season vibes as well. So it's kind of just one of those things. It's like maybe I should just reconvene in the start of the year. All right. But I'll definitely let you guys know. I'll let you guys know what the plan is and what my ideal may be. All right. Let me just double check some things and just make sure that everything is on, because I really just had to rush in here and get everything set up for this live. All right. I've been all over the place this morning, but again, those of you who are joining in, just let me know that you're here. Let me know that you're watching. Let me know that you're live. All right. And just to make sure that everything is working properly here. All right. Now, let's see. You know, and I definitely got to get my internet checked, because for some reason it's just been running a little slow lately on this computer, and I don't know why, but I got to get that all checked out as well, which I will do. But okay, so it shows here that I am live. Everything is live, so that's a good thing. All right, I just needed to make sure that that was working properly. All right, let's see. Okay, perfect. All right, so before I dive into the tip questions here, as I'm allowing more people to join in here and just get settled in, all right, with their questions and everything like that. I do want to mention the last video that I did drop in regards to how to move your music from DistroKid to Lander. All right, so I've been looking a lot into Lander recently as a music distribution company, and honestly, guys, it has become one of the better music distribution companies out there in general. All right, especially when you're comparing it to DistroKid, because we all know that DistroKid is, if not the most popular music distribution company out there, but really and truly, DistroKid has become so expensive. DistroKid has just, the cost of having it has become so much recently that even myself, it put me in a position to have to find another music distribution company. All right, but so in the process of looking for another distribution company, of course, I ran across Symphonic. I also ran across Lander as well, and I'm just really happy and impressed as what their service is, the cost of it, and how much better they've become over the years in general versus DistroKid. They're really at a point now that they could really compete with what DistroKid has, and I think that's important. I think that's important for so many ways, because number one, obviously, you know, having other options is always good, but number two is, maybe it could help DistroKid look at its competitors and be like, oh my gosh, okay, they're offering the same services that I'm offering, but it's a lot cheaper, and a lot of them are moving over to them. So let's see what we could do about adjusting our prices, right? That's why it's always healthy to have competition and competitors and things like that, because when you don't have any competition, you can set your price at whatever you want, and people feel like they have to pay it. They have no choice to pay it because there's nobody else out there. But when there's other options out there, other competitors out there, so on and so forth, right, it keeps you honest, so to speak, as a music distribution company. All right, so I definitely want you guys to definitely check out Lander. All right, when it comes to what they have, and actually right now, Lander actually has 20% off on anything that you decide to actually purchase with them, any subscription plan that you actually decide to use them for. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna share their that link with you in the chat here for anyone who's currently watching right now and want to take a look into Lander, or anyone who will be rewatching this and just want to check it out for yourself. All right, so let me just copy this link here in the chat, and again, this is my personal link to there. All right, if you use this link, you will actually be able to get 20% off. All right, guys, again, that's 20% off. So let me just go ahead and share this link to make sure that you guys have it. So give me 1 second here, and then of course I will start answering the music industry tip questions. But in the meantime, guys, just go ahead and start throwing in your questions in the chat room here, and just just filling it up here so that I have some great questions to answer. I also, of course, have a long list of questions that I always collect, especially great questions that I see in the comment section of my videos and stuff. All right, so I'm gonna answer a couple of those as well, but we're gonna make sure that no matter how many people are in here, that I'm going to take this opportunity to get as much questions answered as possible, whether it's questions that are going to be live right now, all right, by you guys asking, or questions that have accumulated in my comment section. All right, so there's the link there. I just shared that link. All right, again, if you use that referral link, you will be able to get 20% off of any subscription, anything that you sign up with Lander, and trust me, it's a lot cheaper than DistroKid, and they're really great. They have a lot of great stuff. All right, but make sure y'all definitely look into that as well. And the last thing I'll do is get the particulars out the way in regards to my membership club. All right, if you guys are interested in anything in particular, like priority replies to comments, members only exclusive walkthroughs, and free monthly music business coaching sessions, then please feel free to hit that join button that you see right there. All right, it'll give you all the different options there that you could take a look at. All right, but Again, as you guys are joining in, just let me know you're here. Say hey. If this is your first time watching, just let me know where you're actually watching from, because I always like first time visitors when it comes to the channel and so forth. All right, LD40, happy Thanksgiving, Connect. Happy Thanksgiving to you as well, and thank you for showing love. I appreciate that so much. Big shout out to LD40 for showing some Thanksgiving love and sending me a little something here. I truly, truly appreciate it. Every little bit helps, and that truly means a lot. I appreciate that so much. But let's get on to some of these questions here. All right, so like I said, I've collected some questions to go over with you guys. For those of you who are watching, let me know if the music may be too loud. All right, but if the music's good, let me know if it's not too loud. Let me fix this little video here, because I don't know how this got so big, but this is how it's supposed to be right here. Perfect. All right, so here we go. All right, so there's all the questions that I have here. All right, I'm gonna make these a little bit bigger for you guys to be able to see it. All right, and we're gonna go over some of them. But again, guys, feel free to ask any questions you may have as well. Right? Flex Speeds, what's going on? Joining in off of IG. Ike Rhythm, I see as well, joining in. Thank you guys for joining in on IG. Appreciate you. If you guys have any music industry tip questions, feel free to ask them now. All right, because I'm here within this next hour to really help you guys out in any way that I can. All right. Big shout out to Flex Speed. I know they got an event coming up. All right, y'all go check out Flex Speed Performance if you're looking into, updating your abilities, your skills, your speed, anything related to sports and athletics. Primarily focusing on track and field, football, and things of that nature. Y'all make sure y'all go check out Flex Speed. All right, because they're really doing good work, and he's a good friend of mine. All right, but here we go to the first question here. All right, so the question was asked by Monte Cristo Music. All right, this was about a month ago, and he asked a question on the video that is titled "How to Monetize YouTube Official Artist Channel." All right, so he says here, "Thanks for the video. How long did it take you to monetize your channel?" And I think this is an awesome question, and I think this is a question that I don't get. There's not enough people that ask me this question, but they should. All right, how long did it take me to monetize my channel? Well, when it comes to YouTube channel, it really varies, right? The easiest way to answer that question is you have to first know what does it take to get your channel monetized, right? So number one, you need 1,000 subscribers. Number two, you need 4,000 watch time hours. So obviously the time may vary for different people as far as how long it will take to actually monetize the channel. For me, myself, I was actually able to monetize my channel within a year and a half, all right? Now, I know for some people, it may take longer, all right? And I know some people, it may take shorter, right? It just all depends. But what good piece of advice that I could give you guys when it comes to monetizing your channel is find a way to stand out. Find a way to be unique and have a specific niche that caters to an audience, all right? Even if you're doing something that other people are doing, even if that's the case, it doesn't matter. Find something unique, right? Me, myself, I am not the only music industry tip coach on YouTube. I'm not at all, right? There are tons of others out there on YouTube doing the same exact thing that I'm doing. But these are the things that make me different. Number one, I'm actually an artist. A lot of the other people who do music industry tips, they're either managers, digital marketers, so on and so forth. So they're not artists themselves, right? Which means that I'm coming from a unique perspective because I'm just like you guys, and it's the stuff that I've learned to become successful in music, right? So that's one of the major things that sets me apart. The next thing is that my focus is actually hip hop, right? So because I focus in hip hop and I'm really trying to help hip hop artists find their way through the music industry and things like that, that also makes me unique because I'm the only one whose focus is hip hop as well, and growing a hip hop audience and being a great hip hop artist, right? That's also only unique to me. And the third thing that's unique to me is I'm Christian. and I actually do Christian hip hop, right? So that's another perspective that's just coming from me primarily, right? All three of those things are niches that make me unique from everybody else who's doing music industry tips. So when it comes to your YouTube channel, when it comes to monetizing your channel, find a way to be unique. Even though you're an artist, you're probably thinking to yourself, what do I need YouTube for? YouTube is one of the best things that you could get to help fund your music career. All right. YouTube is far more relevant than IG and Facebook and TikTok and going viral on all of those things, because YouTube pays out so much more than all of those things. And YouTube has been here for us for a long time, right? Look at TikTok. TikTok is about to be on its way out, guys, right? It's about to be banned in the US and all of this other stuff, right? You go ahead and try to do something like that with YouTube. Remember, YouTube is owned by Google. YouTube ain't going nowhere. Google ain't going nowhere. You get what I'm saying? So you got to kind of think about it that way. And also, besides the longevity, YouTube pays out more than any other streaming service. So it's important as an artist to monetize your YouTube channel. But again, you could be unique, right? You might be an artist who's also heavy into gaming, right? Find a way to merge that, right? Get a Twitch account, connect it to your YouTube account. When you're streaming your games, streaming on both Twitch and YouTube at the same time, but also play your music in the background and let your audience know as you're gaming that you actually make music as well. Go check out my music, right? This is how you can combine everything and make yourself unique and stand out above others, all right? So that was a great question by Monty here. Now, I do have a few questions that are being asked on IG, so I'll go ahead and ask that as well. So for those of you who are watching on YouTube, I'll just repeat what is being said. All right, so this question was asked by Ike Rhythm, all right? And the question is, how do you roll out a single so that it hits all blogs and radio stations? All right, so this is an absolutely great question by Ike, and he's already on the right track by saying roll out. All right, so this is probably one of the biggest misconceptions when it comes to releasing music and understand what the rollout process is. The rollout process for a release song is a lot sooner than you may think, right? And what I mean by that is, let's say you are an artist, you just recorded a song and you want to release it next week. You cannot have a realistic rollout with a next week release. It does not work that way. I know a lot of artists, as soon as they finish the record, they upload it to DistroKid and it's out like next week. There's no way that you're going to be able to roll out that properly, because a lot of the rollout process is pre-release, right? Once the release is released, post-release, there's not much more you can do. You can still do some things, but you miss out on a lot of golden opportunities, right? So to answer your question specifically, how do I personally roll out a single that hits all the blog sites? Number one, I have to know what blog sites caters to my music, right? I have to know what radio stations cater to my music. Again, like I was mentioning earlier, I'm a Christian hip hop artist, right? So being a Christian hip hop artist, my goal was to find all the different Christian hip hop blog sites out there. I know all of them. I can name all of them off the top of my head. I know all of the Christian radio stations as well. I can name all of those off of the top of my head as well, right? So because I know them, I already know that I could submit to them. 9 out of the 10 times, a lot of them want you to submit to them before the release has already happened, right? Especially when you're talking about press releases and blog sites, right? Because if it's already released, there's no point. They missed it. You got to think of it like the news, right? When you know, and not to get political or anything, but when the president was announced, right? Every news station announced it, right? Oh, the president has won. The president has won, right? Imagine a news station not announcing that until 3 or 4 days later. You missed it. You missed the party. You missed the train. We're not even going to report the news now because we've already missed the time window. That's exactly how it is for blog sites. Blog sites, like, they want to be able to release that blog or release that press release on the same exact date that your release comes out, right? So that they're a part of the noise, and they don't want to do it after the fact. If it's after the fact, there's no point of submitting. So the biggest key to roll out releases is to have your upload your music at least a month in advance, right? That means if you just finished the song, it's not coming out until a month from now. Cancel all of that, a week later, a couple of days later, 2 weeks later. No. You need 30 full days to have your song uploaded, right? You upload it on your streaming platform, whatever your distribution company is, right? Once it's uploaded, then from that point, you start submitting the song and your EPK to all of the different blog sites, all of the different radio stations, and you let them know, hey, this is going to be released on this date. It's my up and coming next song. All right, I just wanted to give it to you now so you know about it, and hopefully you could do a press release about it. If you Google me right now, you'll see press releases on everything. All right, now I know for those of you on IG, you won't be able to see my screen here, but for those who are watching on YouTube, I'm gonna actually show you some of the blog sites that I have gotten my music on, right? Same as some of the radio stations. Matter of fact, all you got to do is Google any one of my songs, and you're gonna see all of the different places that I have. Right now, for those of you on IG, you're more than happy and welcome to stay on IG. But if you want to visually see it for yourself, you would have to head over to my YouTube. Of course, the link is in my bio and things like that. But I could still, I will still communicate with you guys here if you guys don't feel like going over there. Nick, what's going on? One of my family members just joined in. I'm so happy. I'm so happy to see you. Welcome. LD40, I see your question here. Z, thank you for joining in. It looks like you retracted your message, but if you have another one, feel free to ask that. Hoverflow, I see you in the building as well. I'll get your question soon. Pretty Girl Progressions, thank you for joining in. She says, congratulations on hitting 10,000 subscribers. I appreciate that so much. Thank you, PGP. That really means a lot. Thank you for being one of those 10,000 subscribers. It truly, truly means a lot. All right. But going back to this here, as you can see, my song Feeling Like David. You see how it comes up on Google here? The reason it's able to come up this way is because I have it on so many blog sites, so many radio stations and things like that, right? Look at this. Here's one of the blog sites that the music was on, Jesus Freak Hideout, right? Holy Culture, here's another one, right? Let's see, that's two. There's way more than just those two, but look, okay, Jesus Wired, here's another one, right? The Bookkeeper 24/7, here's another one. These are all different blog sites, right? The Oracle Mag, here's another one. You get what I'm saying? And look, right? Feeling Like David with New Summer Jam. When did this come out? This came out the day of the release, just for you guys to see it for yourself, right? The song was released on August 25th, right? And that's the day that this news was reported. And who was the news source? Me, myself. Why? Because I submitted it to them directly, right? Same thing over here, and literally, guys, I just take one day and I just literally submit it everywhere. That's literally what I do. I take one day and I'm like, all right, boom, it's uploaded. DistroKid release date, like for Feeling Like David, the release date was August 25th. This was submitted in July, right? So it was submitted in July, and I just started letting people know, right? So here we go. Jesus Freaks Hideout. Like I said, August 25th is the release. That's when they released the news. News Source Connect. It was myself. I sent it to them, right? This whole press release, that was written by me, right? And I just sent it to them. If you see this title right here, but if you were to read this press release, it's the same press release with everything else. They just have different titles, right? And I have a video on how to do a press release as well. I'll share that link in a moment. But here's another one, right? Same thing. Look, it was published on the 25th, the same day. So literally this Friday, all of these blog sites dropped the press release for my release. So that's how it made the noise that it made. Look, here's another place, right? This one, they didn't post it until after. It took October 3rd, right? But they had it before the release date. They just took too long to get it up there. But look, music video right here and everything, right? Boom, boom. Here's another site. Again, same single, right? Boom, music video, right? The Oracle Mag, right? Oh, they're disabled now. I don't know what happened to them. But as you can see, and I see you, Algorithm, thank you for joining in. And it's better to join in here because you'll be able to see everything while I'm moving. Make sure you hit subscribe and hit your notifications on so you know every time that I'm on live. But that's one of the main things that you need to do, Ike, to really make sure that you have a successful rollout. All right, it's the same for the streaming. It's the same for the playlisters that you submit to. All right, it's the same for the iHeartRadio, all of that stuff. But again, you have to know where your music is going to be selected. It's easy for me because I know I'm a Christian hip hop artist. All I got to do is look up Christian hip hop websites, literally, and I know all of them. Rapzilla, Holy Culture, you just seen some of them just now, right? Rapzilla, Holy Culture, you got Art Soul Radios, right? And literally, like, if you're, let's say you're lo-fi hip hop, right? Just put lo-fi, right? Lo-fi hip hop websites, right? Then they're just gonna give you a bunch of, look at this. Look, this Loop Masters give you just a bunch of, you know what I'm saying, just lo-fi websites. And what you do is you go to these websites and you submit to them. You go to the contact us. Let's look here. Look, chill pop music. Let's see what this is about, right? I don't make lo-fi, but look, that's what they have here, right? So I'm sure they're gonna have somewhere on the bottom that you could either submit or contact them, right? So let's see. Contact, boom. Use our music, right? Or let's go to contact. Contact, you could chat with them, and you chat with them and you let them know, hey, I have some music that I would like to submit for your website, so on and so forth, right? So that's what you're gonna want to do. But again, you want to have it submitted on DistroKid 30 days before. So before I continue, let me make sure I share the link that I was referring to when it comes to the press release. Guys, press release is one of the most important things that you have to have when it comes to releasing your music. If you don't know what a press release is, you must watch this video. Press release is very, very important. Or another word for a press release is EPK, right? Which is electronic press kit, right? But it's basically the same thing. All right, so I'm gonna share this with you guys. I really want you guys to make sure that you absorb this information, get this so you know what this is. All right, but that's how you really have a successful. There's more I can tell you, but I have some more questions to get to. That's how you could really, make sure you have a proper rollout. You have to do it at least a month before. Spotify. Let me share the Spotify. You could submit your music to Spotify curators, right? But guess what? The Spotify curators, you have to submit it at least a month before, right? Spotify, how to get on Spotify playlist for free. You guys can watch that video. That's something else. I'm trying to see which video. It's here somewhere. As you guys can see, I do a lot of videos for Spotify. So it's one of these. It's one of these videos. You might have to look into it yourself. I don't remember which one it is, but I also have a video that tells you about how to submit to Spotify curators from the Spotify for Artists back door, right? But your music has to be, it can't already be out. If your music already out, they can't help you. So again, rule of thumb is do all of it before you release the music, not after. All right. Now, I'll answer Flex's question here on IG, right? Then after I do that, I'll go to YouTube here and answer all the questions I see on YouTube. Kamora, thank you for joining in real quick. Even if you're just stopping by, I appreciate you for stopping by and showing some love. It means a lot. All right. Now, let's see here. So Flex Feed question is, do you think Christian hip hop is the new wave of music? Ooh, that's a great question. I don't think it's the new wave of music, but I do think that it is a lot bigger. It is bigger than it's ever been. It's bigger than it's ever been, and I think that it's going to continue to get bigger and bigger and bigger. I know KB recently won, the Gospel Album of the Year award, which is not easy to win as a Christian hip hop artist, especially when you're going against gospel singers like Yolanda Adams and all of these things. There's nothing more Christian than gospel music, right? Come on now, you talking about and I'm not no disrespect to Kirk Franklin. I'm not talking about that type. I'm talking about Yolanda Adams, Kiara Heard, you get what I'm saying, or Sherd, and what's the Tasha Cobbs, Break Every Chain. I'm sorry, Break Every Chain still will get me to cry today. You get what I'm saying? So it's it's a hard thing to compete against when you're a Christian hip hop artist, because you're not winning no award over Break Every Chains. You know what I'm saying? People gave their life to Christ because of that song. But KB just won Best Gospel Album as a hip hop artist, and that says that it's growing, it's getting to a place that it's never been before. It's just, I don't think that it'll ever like be just a new wave of just music in general, but I do believe it's going to continue to grow. People are going to continue to listen to them, and people are going to continue to appreciate it more. But that was a great question by Flex. I appreciate that question here. All right, now LD40, we're going to jump over here. So his first question was, did you fill out the BOI form? All right, so that's interesting because I'm not sure what that is, but we're about to find out. I might need a little bit more clarification on that. LD40, I'm not sure what the BOI form is, but you know, I know we share this in common, that we both like to learn. All right, I hope it's not that form that you're referring to, that new form that, you know, they're saying they're going to be finding people if they don't find the form. I don't know if that's the form that you're referring to, but I do know that they got some form that we need to fill out as business owners soon, or else they're going to fine us per day and everything like that. It might be that form right there, but just clarify that for me, LD40, because I know that you have an LLC just like me, so let me know if that's what you're referring to before I look into it. All right. Hoverflow's question here is, I'm really getting overwhelmed, bro. I'm just getting songs done. Where do I start to put stuff out, and how, like, first steps on social media, etc.? I just need a base to build on. Oh man, what a great question, Hova. And first thing I'll tell you is this, you know, because I could tell by how you type this out, that, I mean, besides you literally saying that you're getting overwhelmed, but I can feel the overwhelmness in the message, right? First things first, don't make it any bigger than it needs to be, right? I know it may seem wild and like a huge thing, because it's like, oh my gosh, once I release the song, it's out forever. Once I release this music, it's out forever. You know, I'm open to scrutiny now. I'm open to criticism now, right? That is true, but you're also open to blessings. You're also open to love. You're also open to appreciation as well. So it's, a lot of times we only think of all the things that can go wrong, but how many times do we think about all the things that can go right? You get what I'm saying? So if you're going to look at it on one side, you have to look at it on the other side, because there's an equal chance of possibility. You get what I'm saying? Just off of possibilities alone. Don't make it any bigger than it needs to be, all right? Just release one song at a time, right? You're not going to get it right the first time. You're not going to get it right the 20th time, right? But the 20th time, you're going to do it a little bit better than the first time, right? And you just will find your own method. You will find your own rhythm that will work for you. My method is what I've been talking about, you know, submitting to different websites, getting on different playlists and all of those things before the release, and then releasing the song. Finding a radio station that caters to my music. If you don't know how to describe your music yet, then that would be the first thing I would explain, because I ask artists all the time, you know, clients that come in, I'm like, okay, well, what type of music you make? I mean, hip hop. That needs to be more specific. There's thousands. There's gritty hip hop. There's Bay Area hip hop. You know, Kendrick Lamar is on that tour right now. You know what I'm saying? There's West Coast, East Coast. There's down south, right? There's auto-tune hip hop, right? There's gangster rap. You get what I'm saying? There's so many different subgenres in hip hop alone. Just saying hip hop, you're trying to throw a pebble into the ocean, right? But once you know exactly what type of hip hop you can label yourself at, and I know, you know, as artists we hate labels. Oh no, I don't want to be in a box. I don't want to be. No, you have to be in a box, because that box will make it's easier to promote a box than it is to promote an ocean. You get what I'm saying? If I know what type of music you make, I know what type of radio station to put you on. But if I don't know what type of music you make, then I don't know where to put you. It's just that simple, right? If this, again, I do Christian hip hop. all I gotta do is Google Christian hip hop, and I already see who will play my music. If I were just to put hip hop, I would get all of it. I'll get chill hop, I'll get Christian hip hop, I'll get gritty hip. They'll all come up because it's just such a broader thing. So first things first, Hova, figure out exactly what type of music you make. Get as specific as possible. If it's lo-fi, if maybe it's lo-fi conscious music, maybe it's just conscious hip hop, maybe it's melodic hip hop, like the stuff we hear coming out of Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Try to define it. Once you define it, you'll know how to find your audience. You'll know what playlists what to look for, and all you got to do is use Google to do those things. All right, Hova. So I hope that at least it gave you at least a starting point. All right, to look at when it comes to that. But like I said, I'm here to help. Just like I've helped everybody else in the past as well. All right, and I'm sure you'll have a follow up. I'll get to it once I see it here. All right. So LD40 says, let's say you made a mistake on a release through DistroKid. The music is already out through many platforms. Can you re-release the correct version of your song without starting the process all over? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Now, I'll answer it two different ways. The first way is if you release your music through DistroKid and you're trying to release an updated version of it, you can do that. But what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to let DistroKid know that this is a previous release track, and then you're also going to have to put in your IP, not your IPI number, but you're going to have to put in your ISRC code. Your ISRC code is the label of your music, the same way we have a label for our purchase. You know, when you buy a can of soda and it has the label on there, right? That's the same. It's an identification code. It's what they ring up. It's the barcode that they ring up in the grocery store, right? Music has that code as well, but it's called the ISRC code. So you're gonna have to enter in that ISRC code with the music distributor. All right. So quickly, if I can, hopefully I'm logged into DistroKid here. I will show you how to do that. Even though you're already with DistroKid, you can re-release it through DistroKid. Okay, perfect. I'm already logged into DistroKid, so that'll save us some trouble. So here we go. This is how you would basically re-release a song, right? You'll go here, just like you're doing a brand new song, right? And then boom, boom, loads. It's the first question that it asks you. Has this single been previously released? Yes. Once you put yes, you're going to put the actual release date of the song, right? Whatever the release date of the song is. Let's say it was September 14, 2024, right? You put yes, you put all of this information right here, all right? Then it's going to ask for, obviously, all the information that you did with the release before. But at one point, it's going to ask you for the ISRC code, right? It's somewhere in here, but right here, right? Already have an ISRC code? Yes, you do. So what you're going to do is you click on that, and then you're literally going to enter in the ISRC code right here. If you do not do this, you will be starting your streams over and everything. This is the only way to secure that you don't have to start over with DistroKid specifically. Once you put in that ISRC code, so I'm gonna show you where it is again. It's gonna be right under upload. Let me refresh this here so I could do it again from scratch, right? Just to make sure. Have this single been previously released? Yes. What release date? We put that in. And then you go all the way down. It's gonna be where you upload the music, right? Already have an ISRC code question mark. You click on there, then they're gonna ask you to enter it in, right? You enter it in, and that's how you keep everything. Now, you have to wait until the new release is out before you can delete the old one. So that's another thing, LD42, you want to remember. Do not remove that old one until the new one is released on all the platforms. Once it's released on the new one is released on all the platforms, you can then go down and take down the previous release from DistroKid. But I'll be honest with you, LD, that is just the process for DistroKid, right? Symphonic, you could actually make the edits and changes, and they will just update it. You don't even have to re-release it at all. They will literally just make the changes for you. And this is one of those things that I'm saying that I'm starting to find out that distribution companies like Symphonic and Lander are just better than DistroKid, right? Check this out. Symphonic, what happened was my last release, The Climb, right? I released it with them, and I didn't realize until now, of course, I always do a month before I release it, everything like that, right? So I released it a month in advance. It wasn't until the last week that I realized that I actually uploaded the wrong MP3 file. I didn't upload the actual most recent mix and master of the song. So I went into a panic. I was like, dang, I might have to postpone the release or cancel the release because it's the wrong MP3. This is not the version that I wanted to release, right? So I'm starting to panic, everything like that. I'm like, dang, I already submitted to all the blog sites, all the websites, everything like that. It's already registered, things like that. The ISRC code everything's already there, right? So I reached out to them and I'm like, hey, I know it's a week until my release, but I actually uploaded the wrong MP3. They was like, oh, that's easy. All you got to do is go to edit release on Symphonic and just upload the new MP3. I was blown away. Because I've been with DistroKid for years. You cannot do that. You cannot change the audio. You cannot do that. You have to do a full re-release. Symphonic, they will actually make the change. They will actually contact the distributors, upload the new song, but keep everything else exactly the same. And they was able to do it before my release. That just made my day, but it also just put Symphonic a cut above DistroKid besides all the other stuff that it had, right? So my obviously we're about to reach the end of the year, and every start of the year I always do the best distribution companies for whatever the given year is. All right, so obviously for best distribution companies for 2024 was one thing. 2025 is going to be a different list, y'all. And I do it every year because things change. You know, distribution companies get more features. Some change their prices. You know, some change their terms and conditions, right? So in order to stay up to date, I always recheck all the distribution companies, make a new video at the start of the year, letting everyone know what's the best distribution companies moving forward as of the given year. It's going to be a very, very different list this year coming. I'm telling you guys right now, it's going to be a different list because there are some changes that has happened, and there are some distribution companies like Symphonic that has stepped it up, that has just amazing features. But the process is long story short, the process is a little different for every distributor. But when DistroKid, that's like the most standard form. Like, you got to re-release it, and then you got to wait till it's out, and then you got to delete the old one. But Symphonic, they doing things different over there. I'm just trying to let y'all know. You get what I'm saying? But definitely a great question, LD40. I appreciate that so much. Ike, I see it. Awesome. This helps out a lot. You are a blessing. Appreciate that for sure. Pretty Girl Progression said, you have so much information. Oh my gosh. I appreciate that for sure. LD40 say, on that topic on genres, all right, what if your music is not a main genre type? How do you figure out that genre, or do you promote in a other category? Okay, great question, right? Whatever genre you are in, it will fall under another genre. Like, I guess the easiest way I could say this is, for me, all right, I do Christian hip hop, right? Christian hip hop actually falls under gospel music, right? I don't do gospel music. I do Christian hip hop, right? Gospel music, I don't do what Tasha Cobb does. You get what I'm saying? But my category is actually under hers, right? So what it would be is, like, for DistroKid, actually DistroKid is perfect. DistroKid will show you specifically what I'm referring to, right? You have your, let's go to the genres again. Boom, boom. Primary genre, here it goes, right? The list isn't that long, right? This is the primary genres, right? The primary genre is Christian gospel. The secondary, right, or the subgenre, so to speak, for me, it would be hip hop rap. You get what I'm saying? Now, Symphonic does it differently, right? Symphonic, let me see. I don't know if I'm logged into Symphonic, but and this is how you could, like, again, know what type of your genre, because I promise you, LD40, you'll be able to find out what genre yours fits in. Try to find artists who have a similar sound to you. I know that's a big part of it as well. Finding an artist who has a similar sound. If you find an artist who has a similar sound, that's another way that you could really like understand that. You get what I'm saying? But let's see. Can I click on any one of these here? Okay, I'll click on this one. Right? And see, these are some of my older songs that I'm porting over and everything like that. All right, so you see how it says edit release? Like, this is all the stuff that I can edit, right? I can include new metadata. I can fix metadata. I could corrupt audio or artwork. Like, this is so, this is dang near revolutionary. Like, no cap. This is like, distribution companies don't do stuff like this. So the fact that Symphonic does this is crazy. It's crazy. But I'm just going to go to edit release so that I can show you what I was talking about the genres. Right, and I'm glad I came here, dude, so you guys could see that part of it as well. All right, so boom, right, and like I said, every distribution company does it a little different. But if I were to go to genres over here, where's genres? Boom, boom. Okay, boom, right, genre, right. Their list is pretty much like DistroKid's, right? But look where I had to go. If I go to Christian and gospel, right? The subgenre, which is going to be more specific to what I am. What am I going to find? Christian rap, right? DistroKid doesn't have Christian rap. They have your primary and they have your secondary, right? Here they have your genre and your subgenre. Your secondary is basically your subgenre. It's the same thing, but because DistroKid doesn't actually have subgenre, sometimes you're labeled in the wrong category, right? But as you can see, look how extensive this list is of subgenres under Christian. You get what I'm saying? Like, you got Christian rap, which is exactly what I do. You get what I'm saying? You got just gospel. You got praise and worship. You got southern gospel. You get what I'm saying? Let's do hip hop, for example, right? Because now I'm curious to see what subgenres are under hip hop. Look at that. Alternative rap, Chinese hip hop, wild, dirty South. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Literally exactly what I'm talking about, right? East Coast rap, I mentioned that. Gangster rap, I mentioned that. Hardcore rap, regular hip hop rap, right? Korean hip hop, Latin rap, old school rap, UK hip hop, underground rap, West Coast rap. These are the subgenres. You may not be able to find your pinpoint as genre, but you should be able to fit within one of these subgenres for sure. So I hope that answers your question, LD40, and that was a great question as well. All right, but yeah, you'll be able to pinpoint your genre and figure out what genre is more specific to you. You just have to kind of find artists that make similar. Obviously, we all are unique and we all make our own type of music, but to find at least somebody who makes at least a similar sound, right? And just look at what genre there is, and I'm sure you'll be able to fine tune it from there. But I hope that answered that question here. All right. Pretty Girl Progression say, I listen to Yolanda on Pandora daily. Marvin Sapp, never would have made it. What? If there's a song that could get you to cry other than Break Every Chain, it's that Never Would Have Made It right there. That's some powerful stuff. But I agree with you, PGP. We got to hear that stuff every day. Rena, the Omnipotent, thank you for joining in. I believe it's my first time seeing your name here. So welcome to the live. I'm glad to see you, and I see your questions here. So we're gonna get to your question next. All right. So Rena's question is, do you suggest using two distributors at once? Say one distributor does offer as much services or as much stores as the other one does, but you can use each of them for what they can do for you. Yes, you can do that. There is not a crime to do that, or there's nothing that is against doing that. But I guess the only question I would ask from that arena is, what benefits would you want from one distributor and not the other when it comes to your music? And I guess what I'm saying is, shouldn't your music have all the benefits that you need? So like if I know I need these benefits from this distributor for my music, having the other one that doesn't have these benefits, why would I release my music to the other distributor if I need those benefits for all my music anyway? You get what I'm saying? Now, the only time that I personally have seen having distributors make sense, right? The reason me personally, I have two distributors right now. I have DistroKid and I have Symphonic is because I'm transitioning from one to the other. I'm leaving DistroKid to go to Symphonic, right? So I'm just doing doing each song one at a time. One at a time. You get what I'm saying? And of course I have to wait till it's up before I could remove it from the other one. So I'm doing it one at a time because I just want to make sure that I don't make any mistakes. I don't want to do it in bulk and end up losing my play counts or everything. So I'm doing it one at a time just to prevent any mistakes. But the only time that I ever seen an artist have two distributors is if they're signed to a label that uses one distributor, but they're still allowed to release their own music outside of the label. So they have their own distribution company in that case, right? If that's not the case, Rena, I would just strongly recommend sticking with one, all right? Whatever has the most benefits, go to that one, or whatever has the benefits that you personally need, which is very, very important, right? So, for example, if you do cover songs, right? There's certain distribution companies you just can't work with because they won't be able to get you that cover song license versus other distributors that actually do, right? So if you're coming from the perspective of cover songs alone, your top distribution companies to choose from is going to be very different from mine because I don't do cover songs. You get what I'm saying? But it's all about what benefits are right for you. So that's really what you want to look for. But I always recommend one unless there's a real reason you need two. All right. Now I see you have a follow-up. Then you can just get the ISRC code of the actual website instead of distributor. Well, yeah, you can get your own ISRC code with any distributor. You could use your own for anyone. You don't have to use, like, DistroKid allows you to use your own, you know, CD Baby. They all allow you to use your own if you have your own ISRC code. So you don't have to rely on the distributor to get your ISRC code. I have a good friend of mine. He bought all of his ISRC codes, you know, and he owns the ISRC codes, and he just uses them one at a time per release. That's perfectly fine as well. You could absolutely do that with no problem whatsoever. All right, so you don't have to get two distribution companies to do that because, like I said, even though they all offer it to you, they all allow you to use your own if you've already purchased it. All right, but definitely a great question, and I hope I was able to answer that one for you. Hoverflow said, do you offer coaching calls to help guide through steps? Absolutely. I do offer music business coaching sessions, all right, one-on-one coaching sessions through calls or through Zoom. I always recommend doing it through Zoom because obviously it's in the same format that I'm doing this live. You'll be able to see everything. You'll be able to consume everything, understand everything. And I'm one of those people even though that, like, obviously, you know, it's a service that I offer. It's one of those services that I know that you're not going to keep coming back because I am going to equip you to be able to do it yourself. My goal is to get you guys to be in a position that I am in, that you can maintain your own music business. I've been doing music full-time for years now, and I want the same thing for every single person who subscribes to my channel, who watches my videos. So I'm all about the teaching the man to fish rather than just giving you the fish, right? So we're gonna if you sign up for one of those music business coaching sessions, we're gonna go through the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be doing it from your computer, and I'm gonna walk you through exactly how to do that, so you never have to ask me how to do it again. And we're gonna record it so that you have memory about how to do it as well. All right. So yes, I do offer that as a service. I will actually share the link with that for you as well. But also, before you do that, all right, and again, this is just me just being blatantly honest. Before you do that, check my YouTube channel. Check my YouTube channel and just make sure that I may not have a video out already to answer your question, because I do tons of walkthrough videos. Right? This is my website here. For those of you, I don't know if y'all been to my website before, but if you go to my website, you'll see it right here, Music Business Coaching. All right. I'm going to share this link with you guys so you have it. So you have it as well, Hova. Right? But as you can see, the first thing that you will always see is my videos, right? And I let you know that, hey, most of you got questions about the music industry, check out my tips, right? The easiest way to access my the tips is how you guys see me do it earlier. Just hit this little search bar and type in what you're looking for. right? If you look at press release, type in press release, all the videos in regards to that will come up. So I would advise you, hopefully, to look at that first. But if you can't find the answer there, or if you want to walk through, you just scroll down and it's right here. Right here. Need some advice about the music business or whatever, click book now. All right, there's my rate right there per hour, right? And you schedule the time and date. And like I said, it's through Zoom. We do it and I show you everything. So that's exactly how to schedule that and do that if that's what you want to do as well. All right. Now, Hova also said, oh, how do you fill out a BMI registration on a lease beat from BeatStars? That I do have a video for. That I have a video for. That's BMI. I literally show you how to register a song with BMI right here. Boom, boom. Is this how to register with BMI or how to register a song? Hold on, there's two different ones. That might just be how to register with BMI. I have one, how to register your song with BMI, this one. The first one is just registering with BMI in the first place. This video that I'm sharing with you right here, that'll answer that question for you, Hova, how to actually register your song with a lease beat, because I talk about that in that video as well. All right, so definitely check that out. Marina says, so they won't consider it a new release and put a new release date if you are just correcting a mistake. What if you want the old release date? It'll still show the old release date. You're talking about when editing the song? Yeah, it'll still show the release date. That's why they ask you for the original release date. So it's not going to show you the new release date. It's still going to show up the same way it would show up where it was showing before, right? So it's not going to be like a new release or anything like that. It's just going to show up and be updated, all right? When you're making that change to that song or re-releasing or whatever the case may be, all right? Rena's other question was, would you recommend, and guys, I love these questions. I love how you guys are, throwing out all of these questions, because this brings me so much joy just being able to help you guys, all right? So Rena's next question is, would you recommend United this upcoming year? I've seen you didn't recommend it in the past. United Masters? Oh, no. Yeah, United Masters will never be recommended by me. Point blank, period. For the sake of time, I'm not going to explain it through a video because there's a lot. But I am going to share this video with you, Rena, so you could, well, this is, I'm sorry, guys. God is still working on me, right? I definitely could have did a better title for this, but obviously I was upset. Oh, it got 17K views. You need to watch this. And no, this is not clickbait that United Masters sucks. That's not clickbait. I promise you that's not clickbait. I have very valid reasons of why I say what I say. It's only 11 minutes long. Definitely check that out, Reno. That'll answer the title alone answers the question, but you'll understand it more once you see that video. Great question, though. Very, very great question. All right. LD40 said, yeah, BOI. As of January 1st, 2024, most small LLCs are required to file mandatory beneficial ownership information. Yeah, my partner was telling me about this, and because we're both business owners, all right? So, U.S. Department of Treasury and Finances, yeah, I heard about it, all right? And you mentioning it is just confirmation to me even more so that I really need to look into it and stop being lazy about it, because I'm not trying to get fined. But yeah, anybody who has an LLC, definitely look into that, because that is a real thing that's going on, and a lot of people are talking about it. But no, I haven't filled it out yet. I hope I'm not too late, and I will be filling it out soon for sure. All right, so what else we got? Young D Fly, welcome. Thank you so much for joining in. All right, let's see what you have to say here. Is Two Lost better than Symphonic? I'm with Two Lost, that's why. I'm gospel rap artist as well. That's what's up. Hey, Christian hip hop artist, gospel artist, I love it. All right, definitely drop your link or follow my obviously YouTube, subscribe to my YouTube, but definitely follow me on IG, right? I'll follow you back as well. I love supporting, and that goes for anybody else as well. All right, I love supporting artists, but I especially love supporting gospel artists. I'm just being honest, guys, right? So make sure you follow me, Young D Fly. If you're not following me already, I'll definitely follow back, and just shoot me a DM on IG and let me know, because I love to link and collab and stuff with artists as well. So definitely reach out to me. But thank you for joining in, for sure. All right, Starman, what's going on, brother? Peace, brother. Thank you for joining in again. That's the homie. Always jumping in. I love that. All right. Rena said, I was thinking of using United Masters and Symphonic at once. Before you do that, just watch that United video. Trust me, it's a doozy. All right. And then Starman says, if a label wants to collaborate by making cassettes for one of your projects, should they pay a upfront fee? And what stops them from making more copies than they agree on? And is it a good idea to? Man, oh man. Ooh, all right. Here's the thing, Starman. I'm not gonna lie. The real question that you asked, the realest part of that, what you just said, is what's to stop them from making any more? Maybe nothing. It just all depends on what's on that contract. I'm telling you right now, if you're trying to do any collaborations with a label or anything like that, and they give you a contract, please get an attorney, right? Please get not just any lawyer. You need to get specifically an entertainment lawyer. Don't just get any lawyer, get an entertainment lawyer, because the entertainment lawyer actually is specifically qualified for music, right? Make sure you get a music entertainment lawyer, because they already know the game. They know the game. They know what to look for. They know what not to look for. They know what should be in the agreement, and they know what shouldn't be, right? So before you do anything else, get an entertainment lawyer. All right. It could be a good idea. It could be beneficial. It might not be. Only God knows. You get what I'm saying? I don't know the label or anything like that, and I don't really know much about labels outside of the stuff that I've learned about it, you know. And now, of course, I know a lot about it in general as far as what I've learned, but I've never signed a record deal myself. I don't ever plan on doing it. You get what I'm saying? So I don't have the experience to back my knowledge. Being an independent artist, everything I'm talking about, I do a video for. I have the experience to back up the knowledge. You get what I'm saying? I've never been a part of a label, so I'm only telling you what I've heard and what I know from others, especially artists that I know who used to be a part of labels and stuff like that, right? So something like that, I wouldn't have the most concrete answer to, besides the one thing that I know everybody always tells me, especially those who dealt with labels, those who's never music entertainment lawyer. Don't sleep on that. Find one and make sure whatever that contract is, before you do anything, make sure they review that contract. Make sure they review that deal, because they throw a mini Bible in front of you with a whole bunch of words in it, you know, and you know, they're probably throwing you an advance of $1 million or whatever the amount is, you know what I mean, and say, hey, sign this record deal. But you don't know the particulars of that record deal. You don't know what things. There's some stuff in there that can ruin the rest of your life. Ruin the rest of your life when it comes to your music career. You get what I'm saying? I just have an artist, a good friend of mine, that I helped him not too long ago get all the rights to his music back. You get what I'm saying? And just get access to, this was the first time he's ever had access to BMI, access to his own stuff. And he was signed to Rock Nation. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, you just got to be careful. Make sure you have an entertainment lawyer that really has your back when you're stepping into that room or you're negotiating anything. That's the best advice I could give you in regards to that. All right, Starman? But great question as well. Give up mailing lists. Give up mailing lists to them. My mailing list, I'm not sure I understand what you meant by that. But if you are referring to my mailing list or my emailing list, just head over to my site. As soon as you go to my site, the first thing that's gonna pop up is how to join my mailing list. All right, so just make sure you guys are joined into my mailing list if that's what you're referring to. All right, obviously with my mailing list, you'll know every time that I'm dropping a video. You'll know that every time that I'm going on live. All right, so just make sure you guys take a look out for that. All right, and like I said, guys, you guys are gonna be very surprised at who makes the list and who makes the cut for the best music distribution companies for 2025. I already know the 3, right? I always bring it down to 3, and you guys will probably, some of you might be surprised, some of you may not, especially those of you who've been watching me for a while now. You probably at least know 1 or 2 of them, but I'm gonna solidify that literally in in January. All right, but thank you all for joining in. All right, that's my time on the live. All right, you guys did great. A lot of great questions again. Again, Z, thank you for joining in. Nice to see you for the first time. I believe I've seen Ike before, but if this was your first time, thank you for joining in as well. Ike, LD40 is always a pleasure. Thank you so much for the blessing. Thank you for Hova. I believe it was my first time seeing you as well. Thank you for joining in. All right, Pretty Girl Progression, always a pleasure seeing you hop in and support. Rena, first time joining in, had a lot of great questions. Thank you for joining in as well. Young D-Fly, don't forget, and this goes to everybody else who's following me on IG. I want to follow you guys back. I like to build a community, and I just want to be able to support your music career as well. Young D-Fly, make sure you send me that as well. Starman, you already know where you stand, bro. All right, so yeah, I appreciate all of y'all for joining in. Thank you for being a part of the live. Thank you for just always giving me a reason to do this, because the more I help you guys, the more I honestly feel fulfilled, because this was the calling that God gave me, is to help independent artists just like myself, right? So I'm just being obedient, and I'm just so thankful that I've been able to help you guys as much as I can, and I pray that I continue to do it for years to come, all right? But I appreciate all of y'all. Last thing, I will mention my membership club again, all right? This is it. You don't have to do this, but this is just in case you want any extra benefits, all right? One of those benefits, again, is the free monthly music business coaching sessions, all right? I know that someone was asking about coaching sessions earlier. All right, if you want to take a look at that, Hova, that's in the membership as well. Or if you just want to do like a one-off, you could do that as well. But just hit the little join button for more information on that, all right? Great live. Till next time, appreciate it, LD40. Starman, salute, family. Stay blessed. Most that. And everybody, y'all have a happy Thanksgiving, man. Have a happy Thanksgiving. Make sure y'all eat well. Y'all enjoy the family, right? And cancel all the calories in Jesus' name. Amen. All right. But all right, y'all. Appreciate y'all for joining in. See you guys next, obviously, my live for next Tuesday. And be on the lookout for the new video this Thursday coming up. All right, guys? I'll holla at you. Peace.
You took me from nothing to something, man. I'm on a roll, man. Yeah, why these haters and demons be doing the most, man? Yeah, kind of a buster, man. I ain't afraid of no ghosts, man. Who want the smoke, man? God is the GOAT. You already know how many blessings you think that my God gonna bring in a row.